All right, this video is going to be for part 8, the extensions of the paintball game. And the first one, I'm going to go over the first 3 extensions. And we have done these before, so a lot of you may not need to watch this video. You may not have had a problem with it. The first thing I did was I remixed my project. You can see up here, it is Paintball Basic Remix. The reason I remixed was because once I start experimenting and doing things without the directions, I want to make sure I have a copy, which would be my basic copy in case I mess something up, because I am going to be exploring. So the first one says, modify the appearance of your agents, try size, shape, and color. That's done in the world when you create them. And you can see here, I have a player and a turtle. So I set my color of my player to turquoise. I think I'm going to change that to brown. And then I had a dragon. I think I'll change it to, well, maybe I'll see what a manta ray looks like. And the size I put to 2. And those blocks, as you know, are all in traits. I think everybody has probably already done this. And then my turtles, I set my shape to a clownfish. Maybe I'll change that. I have a manta ray. Yeah, I'll see what Clownfish 2 looks like. And set my color to white. If you notice that said heading, you got to be careful with that. And now I'm going to see what they look like and hit run code, hit setup, and I'll hit forever. And actually, my manta ray doesn't go straight, but that's okay. So they seem to be moving, and that's fine. That would be the first one. The second one we cannot do. The second one says try to explore the sounds draw. The sounds don't work in the new version. If you decided to make your game in the old version, what you could do is you could go to the sounds draw, and you can play a sound when something happens. Maybe you would play it on a collision. So in our collision would be in turtle. So you could put play sound, and then you would choose a sound. And then if you drop this down, you would be allowed to record it. You guys can record it in your Chromebooks. But like I said, this does not work in the new version. But if you're using the old version, that's how you would do it. It'd give you a little record button, and you could add your sound in. The third one is the score. It's use the score widget to keep track of the number of hits. So every time you hit a turtle with your paintball, you want to get a point. Not just color your paintball, you want to get a point as well. So how you do that is you go up into Spaceland, and you go to Edit Interface, and you click on the box that says Data. I had already changed mine to Score, but yours will say Data. And you backspace through Data, and you just type in Score. Then you hit the X, you can see it changed, and now you can move it. When you're in Edit Interface, you can move where your score goes. And when you're finished, hit Lock Interface. Now your widgets will not work if your interface is not locked. The next thing we need to do is go into the world and initialize our score at the beginning of the game. So that would be done in the world at the very top of setup, and you can see mine is done right here. I got a set score, and if you're in the new version, you can type in set data box. It's set data box 2, and then you would choose score and set it to 0. You want to set it at the beginning of the game, and that goes up the top. And as you can see, I have already put that one in. I do not need it twice. Next, test it. Anytime you make a change, test it. So hit run code, hit setup. Your score is 0. Great, that works. Now we need to increase our score when a paintball hits a turtle. So go into turtle. You already have your collision because you are coloring your turtles. And then you're deleting the paintball. So there we can set our score, and you can go in here and get set data box 2. I'm going to do it before I delete the agent, the Collide. I don't think it will matter. I choose score, and I want to take my score to whatever my score is, and I want to add one to it. So we do need the plus, and you remember the plus is in math, or I can hit Shift plus on my keyboard and choose plus. new version has that nice option. So I put the plus in, and then on the left-hand side, I need that tiny little score data box. So if I go over here, it's my small data box command in interface, and I choose score, and I'm going to add 1. You can choose to add whatever you want. Now I'm going to try it, run code, setup, forever, and then I'm going to shoot the paintballs at my whitefish. And as they get colored, you can see all the different colors. You should take a look at the score, and my score is going up. I have it so if a fish gets colored more than once, every time it gets hit, it'll get a point. And that should get you through the first 3 extensions.